James Sunderland doesn't really feel like someone with a past. He feels like someone who just exists. A quiet life, ordinary, nothing special. He works a regular office job. It's repetitive, predictable, the kind of life you don't really remember in detail. And maybe that matters more than it seems. Because nothing about James's outward life explains what's going on inside him. We don't really get a childhood for him. No clear upbringing, no defining moments that shaped him. It's just missing. And that space feels intentional. Like the story doesn't want to tell us where he came from. Because that's not the point. At some point, James meets Mary Shepherd Sunderland, but we never see how. There's no introduction, no real beginning, they just already are, together. And that alone tells us something. This isn't a story about beginnings. It's about what comes after everything starts falling apart. Before that, they go to Silent Hill. Together. And at the time, it's not anything scary. Not yet. It's just a quiet town. Foggy, empty, still, almost peaceful in a strange way. Just a memory of a place they once visited. Nothing more. But memory never really stays simple. Not when guilt is buried underneath it. Eventually, Mary gets sick, and the game never really explains it. No name, no diagnosis, nothing concrete. Just decline. Slow at first, then harder to ignore. She gets weaker, more tired, more fragile. She spends more time in bed, less time anywhere else. Her voice gets softer. Her world gets smaller. And slowly, things between her and James change too. Care replaces closeness. Routine replaces connection. And silence fills the rest. Then Mary dies. But even that moment isn't clearly shown. It's fragmented, uncertain, like memory breaking apart. And after that, James gets a letter from Mary, telling him to come back to Silent Hill, the same place they once visited years ago, and he goes. Silent Hill isn't really just a town. It feels more like a reflection. When James arrives, everything is wrong. Fog everywhere, empty streets, no life. But it doesn't feel random. It feels like it's responding to him, to what's inside his mind. And then he sees her, Maria. She looks like Mary, almost exactly, but she isn't. She's warmer, more alive, more present, and that's what makes her dangerous, because she feels like a version of Mary where nothing went wrong, a version where loss never happened. And as James goes deeper into Silent Hill, things start to break, but not in a chaotic way. More like reality itself is bending around him. Memory, guilt, denial. All of it starts taking shape. And always there with him is something else. Pyramid head, silent, heavy, unnatural. He doesn't behave like a normal monster. He feels like judgment, like something that appears when it needs to. Watching, following, waiting, and as the truth slowly starts coming together, it doesn't arrive all at once. It comes in pieces, fractures, small contradictions. James can't explain away anymore, and eventually it becomes unavoidable. Mary didn't just pass away in a simple way. She was suffering, constantly, physically, mentally, and James couldn't fix it, couldn't stop it, couldn't change anything, until at some point, he made a decision, not out of cruelty, but out of something heavier, something human. Love that turned into helplessness, and the breaking point of watching someone you care about suffer with no end. He killed her, and Silent Hill doesn't treat that like a simple confession, because James himself can't hold it as a simple memory. It's broken, rewritten, buried under everything he needed to survive, and Silent Hill exists to strip all of that away. Until there's nothing left to hide behind, only what he did, and what he can't undo. James isn't a villain. He isn't a monster either. He's something more uncomfortable than that. He's human. Someone who loved, someone who broke, and someone who couldn't live with what that breaking meant. Silent Hill doesn't punish him, it just keeps reflecting him back at himself until the truth is the only thing left.